With so many holidays right around the corner, you need to know how to update your games quickly. And I have exactly what you need to know. Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I'm bringing you guys the quickest guide to make sure you're ready with all the updates your game may need for the upcoming holidays. In this video, we're going to be building a Halloween asset pack, and I'm just going to take you guys along with me. To start, some people watching might wonder why holiday updates are so important, or if they're important at all. With the end of the year here, this is the most important time to have the most potential to draw in new players to your game. Staying up to date with the current trends gives you the most chance of success, though it's not guaranteed. Now, a lot of people think you have to rebuild your entire game every time you want to do a thematical update. Say it's Halloween, as we're doing for today, they think, okay, we gotta change all of the grounds and all of the game and everything like this, the UI. That is not the case. There's only two things you need to have a successful update, and that would be an asset pack from about 7 to 10 assets, and maybe some new lighting. Using my commission as an example, I'm gonna be making the Halloween asset pack, and we're gonna have about 7 assets. I'm thinking some sort of gravestone, a fish body, like a, hold on. Like a fish skeleton, the bones of a fish. Fish body, bro. A scarecrow, a jack-o'-lantern, some spider web, a cauldron, and some candy corn. I think that's a pretty versed pack. Now, starting with the jack-o'-lantern, we're just gonna use a UV sphere and then kind of pull in every other side. Then we'll add some bevels and use the knife tool to cut out a face. Tombstones are pretty much extruded cubes. I did want to give this one a bit more goofy of a vibe just to fit the current commission I'm working on that this pack is for. And I think it turned out pretty good. Starting out with a cube, add a bevel, extrude, bend it a little bit, and we're good to go. For the cauldron, we're gonna use another UV sphere, and then extrude a couple of the faces on the bottom, like one in each corner, 2 faces in each corner, for the legs of the cauldron, and then we'll add a little rim to the top and a solidify modifier just to make sure we have a solid mesh. And then we'll fill in the top because it's gonna look like it has some sort of a liquid in it anyways. Now, I've never made a fish body before. Fish body sounds so much funnier than fish skeleton. Guys, I'm kind of just guesstimating here. I'm starting with a cube, adding some loop cuts, extruding, just trying to make a rough shape. Then we'll do a subdivision surface modifier and hope for the best. If that doesn't work, maybe we'll add a bevel modifier and just try to get some sort of fish body. Fish skeleton. No more laughing. We're serious. A fish skeleton. Very serious row builder here. Fish body. Guys, the candy corn is going to be a super simple thing to make. We'll start with a UV sphere, use proportional editing to flatten out the bottom a little bit, and grab the top, stretch that out a little bit. Now we have the shape, then we just have to select it and divide it up into 3 spots, 1 for each color so we can color it in Studio instead of using textures, and that's the candy corn. I mean, a very simple asset. Now for the spider web, I'm gonna use a circle and then bring in every other side, add a bevel, and then a skin modifier and a subdivision surface. Then we can just duplicate it, scale it in, scale it in, scale it in, and then we'll add some random cylinders for the sides. Or for like the cross lines, whatever it's called. My spiderweb terminology might be a little outdated. Now with the scarecrow, I have never modeled anything that at all resembles a human. So this was a bit of a problem for me. The little stick at the bottom was super simple, just some cylinders. But the torso, I just feel like I couldn't exactly get it right. And it's okay. At this point in time, I had to try a few different things, and most of them just didn't work out, but a square with a subdivision surface is what I ended up with. Then I'm gonna reuse the jack-o'-lantern as the head. 2 reasons: 1, to be a bit lazy, and number 2, so it has a bit of cohesiveness within the environment. And then I wanted to add a little witch's hat just to break it up a little more. Now all I gotta do is take everything into Studio, so we can add on the colors and so we can play with some lighting, and that brings us to the next point for your updates. But first, if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to drop a like. It really does help me out in the algorithm. And if you have any questions for development processes, tips, workflows, anything like that, leave them in the comments below, because at the end of every video, I grab 2 or 3 questions from the previous and answer them in the next. Now guys, lighting is a super important thing for any build on Roblox. I'm sure you could take a pretty bad build, have really great lighting, and it would still look pretty alright. But you could have a fantastic build with bad lighting and it would look bad. Like, genuinely bad. Roblox has a lot of powerful lighting tools, and it definitely is the easiest route to make your updates, especially thematical updates, like Halloween, Christmas, etc. For the peeps who are new to building and haven't really played around with Studio too much, there is a lighting section in your workspace, and if you click on it and go to properties, you will have lighting properties. You can adjust all of these to your liking. There's stuff like ambience, color, brightness, color shift top, color shift bottom. There's a lot of settings. But there's even more than just settings. You can add in lighting effects as well, like color corrections, sunbeams, honestly all sorts of stuff. Now, since the Halloween season is here, if you guys would like a free sort of spooky lighting, I'm gonna make one. And I will have it on my website if you go to the free section. That's the first link down below, and guys, it is completely free. And there we have it, a Halloween update by only changing some lighting and making 7 meshes. Pretty simple. With this method, you should be able to keep up with all your updates from Halloween to Christmas, and use events to bring attention to your games. And don't be afraid to think outside the box and create unique themes. We don't just need holidays to bring in some sort of an event. Literally anything that's trendy. Fidget spinners was another huge thing. Guys, any sort of trend you can turn into an event is gonna help your game grow. Now that is gonna wrap it up for today. If you wanna see more, make sure to subscribe and turn on those post notifications so you never miss a video. I do bring videos daily. It's pretty nice. Now, if you stayed till the end, first off, thank you guys. And second, we have a few questions from the previous video. Joan Fredericks, hope I said your name right, buddy, says, how did you end up in your current career? Well, YouTube all started way back, I'd say in high school. And I had a gameplay channel for Call of Duty Zombies. I did glitching videos, right? And that didn't really go anywhere. Someone introduced me to Roblox, and then boom, I switched the channel, started making Roblox gameplay videos, and it just kind of expanded from there. I didn't really go to school for anything like game development or content creation or anything like that. It was just something I wanted to do. Not that I had many options at the time, so I just kind of, maybe we'll get more into that whole story on another day. But I just end up here by pure luck. No school, no nothing like that. And here we are. Hopefully that sort of answers your question. Lonco YT. Probably butchered every single name. What editing program do you use? Guys, I use DaVinci Resolve. Now, this isn't sponsored or anything. I've used all of them. Sony Vegas, Premiere Pro, Final Cut. Now I'm on DaVinci. The thing I love about it most is it is free, okay? I bought the paid version, but you can do practically everything in the free version. The paid one just has a couple features that really help me out, and it speeds up my workflow, so I did think it was worth it for me to purchase. But 99% of people could just download DaVinci Resolve, and it is a fantastic editing program, and free. Premiere Pro was super good as well, but monthly payments, I hate them. Like, if it has an option just to buy once, cry once, I'm there. But if it's like, hey, you have to pay every single month, you can miss me with it. Our last question is from Unless Worn. They say, how much time did it take you to learn Blender? Guys, I would say I am okay in Blender. I probably know like 4% of the program. I know enough to make models, but definitely not enough to compete in any sort of a AAA environment. I don't know the animating, the texturing. I'm pretty sure Blender has scripting. It has literally everything. But how I learned how to do the basic stuff that I do know is just countless YouTube tutorials. I would say don't watch one video that says, learn Blender in 5 minutes, because it's just not going to happen. You need to focus in on one asset, like a tree or a rock or something you can use in multiple games, and watch like 10 to 15 tutorials on how to make that one thing. This will give you a bunch of different tips from a bunch of different people, and keep your mind sort of in a ball, so you don't have to just explode your brain by trying to learn a whole new program. But guys, thank you for the awesome questions. Thank you for staying till the end of the video. Later.